It's me again. Hope you're not sick of me. If you are, I guess you can tune out. You probably would have never clicked on this if you were sick of me, right? Here's what I'm thinking. I said I wasn't gonna do any more really series of, knife builds, like not in batches like I did before. So I am going to build like one at a time, or I don't build one at a time. I'm gonna video me building one at a time, so it's more concise, hopefully it doesn't take as much time to film it. With that in mind, I'm going to finish up that dog face that I showed you in the last batch. Remember, that's the one that I'm gonna try to get to Blade Show. If I can actually make enough knives to get to Blade Show. Not in June, but in October. And then there's another one I'll show you that I'm gonna try and finish up. Speaking of screw ups, this one was for a customer. I think I told you that in the other batch. This is a skin diver, a little dive knife that I make. And it was gonna be, I won't go over, you can go watch the other video, how I screwed it up. But now it's gonna be a trials knife. So I'm gonna run it through some trials. Not that I'll ever really do it this way, but just to see how well epoxy holds and that sort of thing. But anyway, this is gonna be a mortise tang. So that means that I'm gonna route a line down through this. That's the depth of this tang. So this way, and it's gonna stick down in there. And then that's how the handle is gonna be fitted on. And usually I pin that or bolt it, but I forgot to drill it. And this is stainless steel, 154 cm. Thought I'd done it before. I know I've annealed it with a torch to thread on a bolt end. I know I have, but it don't work. It doesn't work to soften it enough to drill it, I can tell you that. So that's where I stand on that. Now I'm gonna do a little experimental handle thing on this too. I'll show you what that's gonna be. We'll see if it works. All right then, Clevis, let's go over here and cut this copper spacer material. Did I show you this? I know I put it in a video, but I think I might have edited it out. This is my new seat. I bought it at a flea market for $8. I'm not even a Mizzou fan, but I thought it'd be really good because my old butt pad thingy was worn out. So I got a new butt pad thingy, but it's a real pain in the butt because you gotta like swing your leg over this because of that back. It's like getting on a motorcycle with a sissy bar. Nah, it ain't cool. So I'm gonna drill that out, take it off. Why am I telling you this? You don't care. So I predicted it'd take about 2 hours to do that. It took about a minute and a half. Second thing that you need to know about me? No, there's been a lot more than that. The 741st thing that you need to know about me is never take my predictions because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Look at you. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so when you cut copper, yeah, let me get you up here where you can see me. I am not a videographer. The laziest videographer in the world. I need to raise this tripod, but I'm not going to because I'm too lazy. So mornings are not my friend. They're cruel. They hurt. I'm not a morning person. I got some buddies, and everybody that I have, they're all morning people. Like they'll go to bed at 8 o'clock and get up at 4 in the morning, and that's foreign to me. It's a gray day. That's even worse. I'm a whiner. The hillbilly flat grinder. A piece of grits, heavy grit sandpaper, and a flat desk or top of some sort. Okay, so we got to get holes in these spacers. So I've just found the center of these squares. I'm sure you know how to do that. Just draw from corner to corner diagonally, and then straight line down through the middle. That's your center of your square. And I just mark the top and the bottom of the tang. And now I have the height of the hole that I need to drill. Got this little piece of copper. These things become buzzsaws if you don't clamp them down whenever you're drilling them. Looks like I picked a way too big of a drill bit, doesn't it? It's like it's too wide for the tang. Probably because it is. It's just a test. Good thing they tested it, because I don't know, what was it, last week we had a actual tornado on the ground and sirens didn't go off. It worked for the test though. That's important. All right, let's see what happens here. Hey, they're not too wide. I really like it when it looks like I know what I'm doing. That come off the drill press. That's about an 18-year-old belt. So I got no complaints. That thing doesn't owe me a dime. Let's see if this one fits. I bet it does. I gotta remember how to do this. Well, I couldn't remember, and the reason I couldn't remember is because I've never changed this belt. It's the original belt. I don't see a way to loosen the slack on that because the motor looks like it's solid mounted. But I'm gonna find out here because I kept the dadgum manual. Let's see here. Mantenga las protecciones en su lugar. I don't think that's English. I'm in the wrong section. Here we go, belt tension. That's what I thought. There's a red, see that right there? You can't see that, that right there. That's what I thought it was, but I don't see how it works. We're gonna find out. Pull the motor toward the front of the drill press to loosen the belt tension. You can't? I'm pretty sure you can't. It looks like it's solid mounted. I wanna try it. Let's see. Solid mounted, there's no way that motor moves. I was wrong, it moves. So about 6 minutes has elapsed since I showed you the belt to now, and I have lost it. There's the old belt hanging on the back of my dirt bike. Why didn't you guys tell me? It was right here. Right then, a little bit too small, I think. So here's what I'm gonna try. You guys can laugh in advance, because you probably know how this is gonna turn out. I'm gonna heat her up with a heat gun and see if I can make her a little more pliable. All right, I think all that did was just make it to where I can't hold it. It's too damn hot to hold now. Woo! That hurt. Come to Turley's belt putting on service for all your belt putting on needs. Now I said belt putting on service. I didn't say belt staying on for service, so let's see what happens. Cross your fingers. Oh, it's too tight. Can I risk it? Got her on the high speed because I'm afraid I can't get her down anymore. Let that run a little bit. Kind of loosen her up. She wants to run, you just gotta give her a little push. That high speed ain't gonna work too good for drilling metal, but I got my mill in case I have to do that. But hopefully that belt will wear in. I can move it down a few notches, slow her down a little bit. We'll see. Here we go. See what happens here. See what it looks like. See how much handle material we got to use to make her handle. Here's kind of what we're talking about. Now this will be, this right here will be beveled in. I can't explain it. I'll show you when it's done. Now we just need to figure out how much handle material we need to have. Cut her down and then get her handle all shaped. Well, not shaped, drilled. All right, so I'm using this medium Z-series pattern to kind of get an idea of the length of the handle that I need. So I marked it at the end of that, and then I marked at the end of the tang, so I know how deep to drill the hole for the tang. Right here. Now I just need to figure out the center of this and start drilling that. All right, then you always want to check your blocks for square. As you can see, this one's a good, at least a 16th out on that side. A lot better there, but still 32nd or so. Let's see what it is on this side. Or was that the side I just did? No. Yeah, that side is square. Yeah, so it's way out of square. I can't tell if it's the ends. I can tell this end down here is definitely out of square, out of 90. So I'm hoping that it's this end as well. I'm gonna put it on the milling machine and see if I can square it up. Yeah, I think that's where our problem was. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, let's see how uneven that face is. Okay, what I did here is I went ahead and glued up the guard. Not on the knife, but I didn't glue the knife to the guard. Or the guard to the knife. I glued up this, what do I call that? Backer guard. That's a new terminology, by the way. The backer guard to the regular guard. I glued those together so now I can have them in one piece and be a little bit more manageable. But I gotta drive this off. No, I don't. First, I gotta stack up my spacers here, and reassess my handle length because I milled some of that face off. It shouldn't be too much, but I just wanna make sure I'm still good. So we should be good. I can't get you any closer without taking all this crap off, so you just have to trust me. It's dead on square. Okay, I won't say dead on, it's like close to dead on. Mostly dead on square. Yeah, I think that's where our problem was. Let's see how uneven that face is. So we're in luck. Okay, what I did here is I went ahead and glued up the guard. Not on the knife, but I didn't glue the knife to the guard. Or the guard to the knife. I glued up this, what do I call that? Backer guard. That's a new terminology, by the way. The backer guard to the regular guard. I glued those together so now I can have them in one piece and be a little bit more manageable. Okay, so I've milled a slot in this for the tang, and I've gone to about the full depth of this thing. And here's what I hate about these blind holes like this. It's just really hard to get that drill. I'm gonna have to drill the rest of this out with a drill bit. Going back and forth, it's just crappy. I could get a broach or make a broach. I used to have one, but I wasn't impressed with how they were. I gotta change the collet on the milling machine. Use this big long bit, hope I don't break it. All right, I had to end up going the way I didn't want to go with the drill bit and kind of cutting the webs out with the drill bit. Worked all right, but it's just kind of janky and it screws up your drill bits, and I don't like doing it that way. It worked out all right. We got it. So yeah, next step. What is the next step? Glue on the handle.